Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do something, I was doing my Scream Factory videos and I did like 20 titles per video. And I think I got through 3-4 parts of that. And those videos are a little long, so I wanted to show some more of my Arrow Video collection today. I'm a huge fan of that company. I love them to death. I love everything about that company. So what I did was, if you see a little gap right there on my shelf, I have my my slipcover editions right there, and you come over, and that's where my standalone releases come in at. And so I pulled off 10 standalone releases, and I'm going to shoot these videos in parts. I'll just do them in doses of 10 titles for each video. So that way everybody's not sitting here for like 40-50 minutes just listening to some nerd on a couch talking about movies that he owns. But anyway, guys, this is 10 standalone releases from Arrow Video. These releases are nothing to skimp out on. I'm a huge fan of the steelbooks, the limited editions, the window sets, all that good stuff from Arrow Video. These standalone releases, they're, like I said, they're nothing to skimp out on. They're fantastic releases. Some of the very first, like I said before, I got late in the game for the collecting, especially with the boutique stuff. Arrow Video, I was a little bit later on, other than Scream Factory, because I was learning about the Region B stuff and all that bullshit that goes along with it. But anyway, especially for territories and all that. But I mean, nothing against Arrow Video for that. I mean, I'm sure they have to abide by their restrictions. But some of the first ever releases I bought, and I believe it was right at the end of 2016, from Arrow Video, was standalone releases. My first releases, I believe, was Microwave Massacre, which I fucking love. That movie is great. It's just absurd fucking cheese, but it works so great. I was trying to think. Tobe Hooper's Eaten Alive. Love the hell out of that film. That's a bizarre film. And those two titles those were the first ones I bought from Arrow Video, and watched those like back to back, and I loved the hell out of it. They looked great, and special features was enough to choke you. I mean, the movie would be like 90 minutes, 120 minutes. You get to the special features and start going through them. Special features on those things would be like 10, 12 hours long. It's like, damn. But not all of them, though, guys. That's just, some of them I ran across that just have a lot to offer with special features. But anyway, guys, we're going to be here for a minute, so please feel free. Grab a snack, grab something to drink. Let's sit back. Let's have some fun. Got a really good movie there on the background on Shudder. That's Summer of '84. That's a really good film. I think I always try to do this thing where I pair movies for like double feature night. I'm all about that. Hell, I've even turned it into like triple and quad nights. But I think a really good film to do a double feature with Summer of '84. Super 8. It's also a really good movie. I think it would work well as a double feature. As for which one would go first, I'm not really sure. I guess I'd probably go with Super 8 first and then do Summer of '84. Fuck it. Do whatever you want to. If you've never seen one of those films, do a double feature one night. I assure you won't be disappointed. Those movies are great. Alright, guys. As you can tell, 4 minutes in, I haven't even showed the first fucking title yet, and I'm rambling like a schoolgirl. So let's jump into it, guys. Very first up, see if I could do these today without showing so much of the glare here from this ring light. That is The Beast Within. Guys, if you have never seen this film, I highly recommend that you see it. It is a little strange, but it is a great film. I should say this too, the 10 films I want to show, this one plus the other 9 sitting here. Guys, these are all Region B Blu-ray releases, and the DVDs that's in them is Region 2, so these will not work on your standard Blu-ray player here in America. However, there is a lot of these releases that, yeah, the ones I'm holding is Region B, but they did make Region A releases out of them. Same exact thing, same features and all that other good shit. It's just they happen to be different releases because it's in different territories. So this one may be Region B. They could have released it as Region A. Although I'm trying to think, to the best of my memory, I don't think they released this as a Region A because Scream Factory still has the rights for this. So I believe if you want an Arrow Video copy of this, Region B is probably about your only way to go. I could be wrong on that, guys, but I do know I do have the Scream Factory copy up there. That is Region A, so usually you're not going to get, for the most part, you're not going to get different boutique labels putting out the same title in the same territory. That being said, guys, on my OCD with collecting, especially when it comes to these titles, for any title sitting on that shelf, if there was ever a first run of these that came with booklets, those are the ones I went for. I'm just, it's the OCD in me. Like, I mean, I know the booklet's not going to help the movie in any way, but for me, I like to look through the booklets. I like to read the write-ups. You know, some of those booklets offer interviews and some artwork that's just really great. Sometimes you get to see what was that I was thinking of the other day. Like one of the limited edition sets, they'll include like the art prints and stuff like that. I love looking at stuff like that, especially if I love the movie, or even if I don't even know jack shit about it. It's great to have all that. So, but guys, there's the booklet right there. For this one, you get the Blu-ray on this side, and you get the DVD on that disc, and behind it there, that is the original theatrical art. So I like that too. I like Scream Factory's commissioned artwork too. Looks really fucking good. These booklets, guys, they're some booklets are not very thick or anything like that. Don't have a whole lot to offer, but this one I'm holding in my hands right here. It's a 40-page booklet. I mean, there's a good bit of stuff there to read up on. They got some great artwork in here too. Don't want to spend too much time on each release, guys, because it'll just be draining the video. But I mean, look at that. That's great. Arrow Video knows how to really give it to the fans, and kudos to them, because I love the hell out of them. Probably the reason why I spent a shitload of money on them. But anyway, guys, that is The Beast Within. That is a great film. I'll turn it around really quick so you can see it, hopefully without glare. And guys, I'm hoping that camera can pick it up. Feel free to pause the video, check out the special features, synopsis, all that good stuff. But unfortunately, guys, I don't think that camera's picking it up really well. But I tried. Alright, guys, next up. One of my favorite movies you're going to see as I go through this list too, with a lot of Arrow Video titles. I do own another release for the films. Not all of them, but for the majority of Scream Factory has the title and Arrow Video has the title. I'm getting both releases because the special features are probably going to be different scans, just goodies and stuff like that. Anyway, guys, next up, and my buddy Ron Herman just scored this poster. For not this artwork, for the Scream Factory one, but that is Motel Hell. Guys, this is a great movie. That cover is beautiful. I love the hell out. If I had a poster for that, I would definitely hang it up and frame it. I think I said that before in another video. I was showing the Motel Hell from the Scream Factory Collector's Edition video, and I pulled this off the shelf just to show that I had this one as well. And I had to have both releases, but and if they would have done this as like a limited edition with a double-sided poster, or even if they would have made a poster that was that unfolded, and they had it in this case right here, I'd have bought multiple copies of this just to have a poster I could hang up and frame, and maybe another one just for collector's purposes, because I love the hell out of this movie. It's great. I didn't even see this film until I got Scream Factory's version up there. Once I saw it, I fell in love with it, watched it multiple times, convinced multiple people to buy a copy, and mostly that was Scream Factory's. They would buy Scream Factory's copy because they didn't have a region-free player and all that shit. But it's a great movie, guys. It's got some cheese to it, but it's amazing. It's there's some weird scenes in this damn movie, but if you want to see a film where motherfuckers are getting put in the fucking ground so they could be harvested for food later, especially Farmer Vincent making his own style of beef jerky and all that shit, that movie's for you. Anyway, guys, next up, I'm rushing right through it, guys. I'm sorry, I should have held that one up. That's still Motel Hell, guys. And just look at that. That thing is just loaded right there. I'm hoping that's picking it up for you guys. Like I said, please feel free to pause, check that out if it's actually showing up. It's I'm definitely thinking about getting a better phone. Maybe the camera will be a little bit better. So, guys, anyway, that's Motel Hell. Next up, this is if I had to pick, wouldn't even really be that hard. This is my favorite David Cronenberg film anyway, so far, because of course I haven't seen all of them, especially like the short films and stuff like that. But that is Videodrome, guys. This movie is I can't say enough good shit about this movie. It's not going to do it no justice. James Woods in this movie does a phenomenal job. I know if you're familiar with James Woods and you kind of, follow him here and there a little bit, you know that guy's like pretty quick to say some controversial shit on Twitter and all that other stuff. Fuck all that. I don't care about none of that. But I do care about, however, is his performance in this movie, and it is great. Let you guys see the back of that. As you can see, everybody has stacked that thing up. As far as this release goes right here, they did make a limited edition out of this film, and they had David Cronenberg's early works, which you can now buy that in the standalone release. But they had a big book in it and all this really good stuff. Unfortunately, when I started collecting, I was way too late to the party for that, and now it sells for stupid money. Like stupid money. I see them all the time for like $150. So I do love this movie a lot. I believe once I find one of those limited edition box sets pop up and it's complete, got everything in it, and the seller is, I'd probably do $75, $80 on it. It's hard for me to justify $100 for that limited edition set. Anyway, that's me rambling about it, but guys, I do love this movie. I'm telling you right now, I probably would think about spending $100 for the limited edition set. So if that tells you if it's a good movie or not, from my opinion, I like it. Next up, guys, I've been on a sequel kick here, just showing different sequels. Be like, this is one of my favorite sequels. But I'm telling you guys, Tom Holland, he did a phenomenal job with this. Dean Cundey doing the director of photography for this film. Get to see Norman Bates come back years and years later, and that's none other than Psycho 2. I love the hell out of this film. I know a lot of people, Hitchcock is always going to be everybody's going to remember Norman Bates from Psycho, Hitchcock. But the sequels are nothing to miss out on. I've said this numerous times, and I've told this to hundreds of people, that whoever will listen to me. Psycho 2 is one of the best sequels of all time. I mean, I'll hold that thing up there with, like Evil Dead 2, Texas Chainsaw 2, Pet Sematary 2, fucking, you name it. I mean, like, that movie is just so damn good. Psycho 2 is just, that's my cup of tea. I love the hell out of it. It is years and years later. This, basically Norman Bates is getting out of prison. He's being set free. He's going to work at a diner, which I believe it's the, anyway, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk about the whole fucking movie, and we're not going to do it. But anyway, guys, this is a great film, though. Meg Tilly, Jennifer Tilly's mom, she does a phenomenal job in that movie, and from my understanding, I believe it was one of the special features on this disc, or it might have been on the Scream Factory disc, but apparently Meg Tilly and Anthony Perkins had a little troubled relationship while they were working on making that movie. But I'm not talking shit or anything. Who knows? They were probably faced with a lot of challenges and other things like that. So let's keep moving on, guys. Psycho 2, like I said, guys, it's got some features on it. Guys, if you've never seen none of the Psycho films, like if you've seen the first one but just never gave the sequels a chance, do yourself a favor. Go check them out. Psycho 2, written by Tom Holland. It's fucking phenomenal. Psycho 3 was directed by Anthony Perkins. A lot of people shit on that. Of course, the expectations were very high. We're talking about Anthony Perkins, who was an actor. Everybody was like, he's a great actor, but can he pull off directing the fucking movie? He did it good. I liked it. And I even like Psycho 4. Mick Garris. Fuck, man, that was a great film, too. I love the concept of Norman Bates making a phone call into the studio, the radio station, and basically just talking about just going down memory lane, and it's showing Norman Bates as a young kid. Shit, man, what was the kid's name from E.T. He plays the young Norman Bates in Psycho 4. Holy shit, I can't believe I can't think of his name right now. Oh, I'm such a failure. Shit. Anyway, guys, it'll come to me as probably as soon as I turn this video off. Alright, guys, next up, talked about this director yesterday, and I'll probably keep pulling out more titles because I have a ton of this guy's movies. But that is none other than Lucio Fulci with Zombie Flesh Eaters. Guys, I do have the Blue Underground 3-disc limited edition set. That is a phenomenal release. Before I had that, I believe I bought that last year, but I had this now for a little while. And this was my go-to grab when I wanted to watch this movie. And this, I mean, this thing is great. Flip it over on the back, and this thing is just full of stuff. Just hours and hours and hours of stuff. This is a 2-disc set. It does have the booklet in there. Blu-ray. And that's also a Blu-ray. I don't think these... Yep. The disc 2 is A, B, and C, but disc 1's only region B, so the special features this is actually all region. But guys, there's the artwork behind there. And that is wicked. That shit looks so good. If I remember correctly, this booklet's pretty damn big. Yeah, definitely, man. This thing is... the paper feels a little bit thicker, too. So, looking at a 40-page booklet right there, I mean, it's... I mean, guys, you get some really good shit from Arrow Video. They know what they're doing, but anyway, guys, that one is for sure region B right there on the back. As you can see, it's loaded. As far as this release, like I said, and I'll say it 100 more times, I was late to the game collecting. Originally, Arrow Video had released this in a Blu-ray window box set that I would love to have on that fucking shelf over there, but I do not have it. I believe they only produced like 500 of those, which is a very low number. There's a lot of people out there who have them. I've seen unboxings. I've seen them, all the goodies inside and the poster, all that good shit. I love it and I want it, but every time, unfortunately, I find one on eBay, they want me to take both of my kidneys and send it to them just so I could get it. And it's a lot of money. I wish I could find one for a reasonable price, but who knows? Maybe that day will come and I'll get it. But guys, this is a great film. If you've never seen this film, you must be living under a fucking rock. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just talking shit. Anyway, just joking around. But anyway, guys, this is a great film, though. It's Lucio Fulci. He's got some when it comes to Lucio Fulci, he has some movies that it kind of drags for me. It just doesn't really keep the senses stimulated for the most part, and I'll kind of just be waiting for something bizarre to happen. And but that's only a few movies. Most of his shit I like, and if I can't tell you how many movies I have back there just from boutique labels of his films, and fuck, I've probably got at least 15, 16 of them back there. The guy's made a lot of movies, and they're awesome. Guys, I just kind of looked down and I didn't open up Psycho 2, so tell you what, I'll go backwards a little bit because people are probably like, well, you didn't fucking open up that one. Guys, it did come with a booklet if you got the first print run. This was a 1-disc set, just a Blu-ray only. It's region B, and there's the theatrical artwork behind there. So, Arrow Video, they do their shit right. You don't like their commissioned artwork, you take that shit, flop it right around, you got the theatrical. And plus it, gives that nostalgia feel, like to the artwork we always remember going to the video store to see on the front of the VHS boxes. That shit brings back great memories, and I'm sure all the collectors out there will agree. I mean, you'll buy a lot of these titles, and even though you really love the commissioned artwork from that boutique label, as soon as you see the theatrical one on the other side, you're just like, oh man, that brings back so many memories. So that's a great thing that they do, though. All right, guys, the next two films is from Mario Bava. These were blind buys for me, and I couldn't be fucking happier when I got these in. I ordered them both at the same time, got them from the same seller, got a great price from them on eBay, and got them in, and I did a double feature, and they were great, and I loved them. We'll go first with Mario Bava's Black Sabbath. This is an awesome release. This is a 3-disc set. This thing is full. I mean, just full of shit. There's 2 DVDs in here. Both of those are Region 2, and the Blu-ray is Region B. I will pop that DVD out so you guys can see it. Before I do that, I'll show that artwork one more time. That's Arrow Videos commissioned artwork. And this right here is the theatrical artwork. Guys, I'm hoping you can see that good, and that ring light is actually doing some justice. But, guys, this is basically it's an anthology film. It's awesome. This shit's got Boris Karloff in it. Once again, this booklet that's in here, this thing is fat. I mean, just when I think of a booklet, I'm thinking of something that's like, okay, well, it'll probably be like, you know, 5, 6, 10 pages. Nah, the Arrow Video is going to hook you up. Another one right here that's 40 pages long. There's Q&A in here, interview, artwork, all kinds of good shit. Like I said, Arrow Video does a great job with putting a package together. I mean, it's so packed full, even with that booklet, with those 3 discs, you can barely get the case to snap back and stay. It's just packed. Motherfuckers just busting out. But, anyway, guys, that's the back of it right there. Hopefully you guys can see that good. If I was mistaken... Get so many versions, too, on here. The European version, the re-edited and redubbed AIP version, the Les Baxter score on home video for the first time. They just packed this thing. But guys, I just so far the only thing I've seen of it is just the Blu-ray right there. I haven't popped into the DVDs and checked out the other like the European versions and all that shit. 2 versions. It might be. I think the European version is the version I saw, which was on the Blu-ray disc. But guys, that is a great release. Next up, guys, this is like I said, I got both these at the same time. Got from the same seller. Watched them both in the same night I got them. This film is fucking gothic as shit, and I love it. Just the opening scene of this film is fucking brutal. I mean, I'm talking about just this girl just getting like this big piece of metal, like a covering, and just this dude with a sledge just fucking slaps it on her face, and that is none other than Black Sunday. Guys, you gotta love how I describe like what I remember of movies. Like, he only remembers the brutal shit. There could have been like this, could have been like a scene in here where somebody's like taking their last breath with cancer or some shit, and I'm like, no, you remember that scene where that dude was pissing? I'm just that's my brain. And guys, once again, I'm coming home from work, talking about movies. Been a long night. I'm sleep deprived. Please forgive me. But anyway, guys, that is Black Sunday. This movie is awesome. I love it. I've watched it numerous times. I recently just got my oldest daughter to sit down and watch this movie with me, and she had such an appreciation for this. She knew right from the get-go, just going into it, she's like, wow, this it looks really old. It starts out as in black and white, transitions into color, so it's kind of like I think she even called it out. She was like, it kind of did the same thing with Wizard of Oz, didn't they? I was like, look at you go, girl. Anyway, guys, the back of it right there. I'm hoping you guys can pick up those features on there. Guys, this is another one. That's a 3-disc set. There's the booklet right here. And look at that. The colors on those discs, I love how they differ like that. First disc is Region B, Blu-ray. The last 2 discs, the other 2 discs is DVD Region 2. And I believe there's I Vampire is another movie on here. So you get 2 movies in this box set. And it's not even a box set. It's a standalone release. So Arrow Video hooks that shit up. Once again, guys, let me hold that up and maybe you guys can pick that up on camera. I hope that's not blurred and looking like shit, guys. Anyway, next up, this is another blind buy for me. I got this way later down the road. I think this was like sometime in 2019. It was the beginning of last year. But didn't know much about this. I do recall hearing somebody say, oh, you should definitely watch that movie. You'll get to see a very young Sid Haig in it. And I was like, a young Sid Haig? Like, to me, that guy's just always been kind of old, especially like, House of a Thousand Corpses and all that shit. But this was a treat, though, and that is Jack Hill's Spider Baby. This movie is great. It's bizarre as hell. It's kind of like a, kind of like a freak show kind of movie, that's for sure. I'll flip that over, guys. I don't know how that's going to pop up, though, guys, especially with that background on that cover. And that font is very small for that one. But it is packed full. This is a Region B, like I said, guys. Region B Blu-ray, Region 2 DVD. Show you guys the theatrical artwork right there. Which, I mean, you can just look at that cover. I mean, that looks like some straight-up 60s kind of shit right there. But, booklet in here, guys. Once again, I'd be surprised if it was anything less than 30 pages. And another 40-page booklet. And very glad to have this release. I've watched this multiple times now. It's love the hell out of it. All right, guys, moving along. Let's see. We're already at 26 minutes. Got 2 titles left. So let's see if we can keep it under 30 minutes. All right, guys. Filmed by Larry Cohan. Everybody loves the hell out of this movie. Yeah, I love it too. That is The Stuff. Believe it or not, I'd never even seen this movie before I got a copy of this. I bought this, and then all of a sudden it seemed like the Region A release, because they did have a Region A release of this as well. And I guess they ran out in the warehouse, or they wasn't, printing any more up, and everybody just thought that the title went out of print and it was gone forever. They lost the rights. It wasn't true. Apparently, they just printed more up. It just took them a while, I guess, or maybe they had to settle out a rights issue. Who knows? But guys, this is a great release right here. Put that over so you can see the back. Get a shit ton of special features on there. 2-disc set, and those colors, guys, they just pop. I'll let you guys see the theatrical artwork, and I love this. I love this artwork. I'd love to have a poster of that. It's a great movie. Great movie. Once again, guys, the booklet for this thing. Oh, believe it or not, this doesn't even feel like it's going to be like one of those big 40-page monsters. Anyway, guys, that's the booklet right there. Let's see what we got. About 25 pages. So, I mean, that's probably Arrow Video's like smallest booklet. Nah, I'm just fucking with you, but I mean, they do great work, guys, and I'm most CD as hell about those booklets. I'll get on eBay. Mostly, I have to go on eBay to buy those to make sure that the booklet's with them. Whether the seller's got a picture of the back where I can see where the booklet's listed on there for the features, or if they got a picture of the case actually open up and I can see the booklet in there. I have bought a few titles, very few. I think I bought maybe 3 or 4 that unfortunately didn't have the booklet with them, and of course that's because I bought them straight from Arrow UK, the site, and I got them in, and I was really let down that the booklets wasn't in there, but I knew the name of the game. It's, if you didn't get that first print run, then most likely you're not getting the booklet, and placed a pretty big order with them. Most of them came with booklets, a few of them didn't. That's just how it goes, though. And fortunately, I was able, to trade those out here and there to acquire the same movie, just with the with the booklet with it. Some collectors out there don't even give a shit about the booklets. I remember trading a release that I had that didn't have a booklet to another person who had the same exact release but with a booklet in it. So I was like, here's my copy, let me get your copy, and I even throw in a little bit of money on top of it just to make it worth your while. And most people are happy with that shit, especially people who don't care about the booklets. But this guy right here, I care about him. Last up, guys, this is last but not least. I had a lot of fun with the Last Drive-In. Joe Bob Briggs did this movie right towards the end of season 2 for The Last Drive-In, and he did a great job hosting this movie. I know Joe Bob Briggs loves the hell out of this movie, and he loves the actor in this movie. Everybody does, especially if you're a wrestling fan. They live in this film right here is very important to me. I love the hell out of them. But it was great to see Joe Bob Briggs host this movie. He did a great job. And I also have this release from Vinegar Syndrome. And I have this release as well. And that is Hell Comes to Frogtown. Guys, this movie is just bizarre as hell. It's cheese, but it is so much damn fun. It's one of those movies, I'm telling you, once you're about 5 or 6 beers in with your buddies and y'all are sitting back, just having a good time, just wanting to watch something, be entertained. This is one of those movies. It's, Rowdy Piper, man. Fucking They Live. That's a masterpiece of a movie. And You know, this one right here, it doesn't. No, is it on? Is it up there where They Live? No. In my opinion, They Live is just so damn special to me and everything. And this one is too. You know, it's just not close, but I love the hell out of this film. I loved it so much that I tracked. It says back here on the back that it was limited to 1,000 copies. And that booklet was a bitch to find. I had a hard time tracking this one down to get the booklet with it. There it is, guys. It's right there. There's your disc. And I'll pop that out so you guys can see the other artwork. There you go. Like I said, this was a bitch to track down to find that booklet with it. I still had to pay a little bit of money for it because mostly people did know that, especially looking on the back of it, the first word you see is limited edition Blu-ray, 1,000 copies. They know it was very limited, so... but I still got a really good deal on it. If I'm not mistaken, I think I paid $25 for this, and I got this copy not too long ago. It was just maybe 2-3 years ago, and I was very fortunate to get that. I also have the Vinegar Syndrome release of Hell Comes to Frogtown with that nice ass slip box. It's weird how they cut that design in there, but if any of you have that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around for the whole video. We're just hit over 31 minutes here. If you stuck around this long, thank you so much. Guys, I'm going to pull 10 more titles off the shelf and do another video. Hopefully I won't ramble so much and we won't be showing 10 movies in 35 minutes. But sorry, guys, I just love these films. And like I said, can't help but ramble sometimes. Anyway, guys, that's the 10 titles I just showed. Hopefully that's showing up good for you right there. Guys, if you're interested in any of those, just make sure, you know, especially if you're going to buy them from Arrow Video, please be aware of the region stamps on the back. Do know that if you do buy a Region B Blu-ray and you don't have a region-free Blu-ray player, you're going to come across a big fucking problem. I always say if you're looking into getting into physical media, or you already are, but you're looking to expand your library, broaden it, just, I mean, it really does. Having a region-free player opens up those possibilities. And when I got mine, my collection expanded. I mean, fast. It was so great to have that freedom just to buy any fucking movie I wanted to buy. And I knew damn well I could watch it because my Blu-ray player doesn't have some software in it that's going to, you know, not let me watch what the fuck I just bought. I hate that shit. But anyway, guys, get a region-free Blu-ray player if you intend on collecting a lot of Arrow. They do release a lot of Region A stuff, like I said before. You can find it, especially if you buy it here, you know, in the States at a retail store. It's going to be Region A. But just be careful with it. I don't want you guys are going out and buying a title, get your hopes up, and then come home and pop it in a Blu-ray player and that shit don't work, and you're like, well, what the hell was that guy talking about? You got to have a region-free player for most of this stuff, guys. Especially that stack. That's all Region B shit. And, but guys, thank you so much. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. Hit me up in the comment section. I love talking with you guys. As I said before, guys, please feel free to hit me up on Facebook. That's Johnny Walker, Johnnie. Just let me know in the comment section that you sent me a friend request. That way I know to look for you. And thank you so much, guys, for sticking around. And I'll pull off 10 more titles here, and we'll crank out a few more videos today. But, guys, thank you so much. And as always, be safe and be careful.